What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to RideRazor. My name is Austin and today we're back for another how-to. Today I'm going to be breaking down how to do lip slides. So for those of you guys who do not know what a lip slide is very similar to a board slide. However, instead of getting on the grind on the outside of the rail and just hopping straight onto whatever rail or ledge you're trying to do the grind on, you actually have to hop up and over the obstacle to actually grind it. It is the next advancement when it comes to doing board slides. It's a very universal trick, and it is a trick that also opens up the door to just many other tricks you can do later down the road. And as you guys will see in just a sec, lip sliding a quarter pipe as far as you can is hands down one of the most satisfying and fun things to do in scootering, at least for me today. Things that you guys should know how to do ahead of time are being comfortable doing board slides. I would highly recommend being able to board slide a rail, even if it's just a flat rail. I would also recommend being able to do disaster stalls fairly comfortable as well, because a disaster stall requires you to go up and over the coping to do the stall. And that's pretty much exactly what you're gonna have to do for a lip slide, except instead of just stalling, you're gonna be sliding. But if you guys can board slide rails pretty confidently, and you can also disaster stall pretty confidently, learning lip slides should not be a problem. So the steps to do a lip slide are: approach that obstacle you guys want to lip slide. Obviously, compress your knees, bunny hop, and jump. Essentially, you're going to do a disaster stall. But instead of approaching the ramp head on, you're going to approach the obstacle at a slight angle. So when you guys land in that stall, you're not just going to stick, you're actually going to slide. Once you guys are in that grind and you've gone 10 feet or even a foot, as soon as you feel like you're ready to hop back in the ramp, you guys can either lean to go right back in the ramp or hop. Pretty much whatever you guys feel more comfortable with. A huge tip for lip slides is dropping your knees and really staying compressed. You want to make sure your weight is low. If you drop your knees and you really stay low, you're going to have an easier time pushing through the grind and actually not slipping out. I would highly recommend you guys approach these grinds slowly. You don't want to just be going at it 100 miles an hour. You want to make sure you're making baby steps and really babying this trick, because you can hurt yourself. So I just recommend you guys take it slow, wear a helmet, and be safe. So when it comes to where you can learn lip slides, you can learn these on rails, ledges, quarter pipes. It's pretty much up to you. I personally think that a small quarter pipe is going to be the easiest location to learn the trick first. So find yourself a semi-long quarter pipe. You don't need anything crazy, but if you want to learn how to grind fairly long, you're going to need a fairly long ramp. I will say another key point for learning lip slides is putting the coping right underneath your front foot. If you put the coping right underneath your front foot, you're putting all the weight and control of your scooter right under your foot, and that's pretty much where you want to be every time you do a lip slide. Another huge tip with doing lip slides is you want to make sure you're staying dipped and staying on the inside of the quarter pipe. When lip slides are done properly, you are actually half into the quarter pipe and half not into the quarter pipe, as you guys will see. When it comes to doing it on a rail, it's a little bit different. You guys can get flat on top of the rail and you'll be good to go. But when it comes to doing it on a ledge or a quarter pipe, you can't actually get right on top because your back wheel is going to slide and get caught on the ground and probably cause you to fall. All right, so I'm going to use this ledge here to further explain how to do a lip slide. Obviously, it's a little bit different than a quarter pipe, but I think it'll get my point across. I would approach this at a slight angle. You don't want to approach it parallel, and you don't want to approach it head on. You want to approach it at about a 45-degree angle. Once you guys approach it, you're going to be hopping and actually turning the deck. So as you guys can see, the deck is actually sliding, but my bars are actually staying straight. The reason you want to keep your bars straight is that means your shoulders are straight, which means your momentum is going this way, which is very, very important. If your momentum isn't facing the direction you want to go, you're not going to go in that direction. So if my shoulders were facing this way, and I was facing the inside of the ramp, I'm not really going to go anywhere. So the key is to keep your bars and your shoulders facing the direction you want to go, so you guys pretty much can lip slide the entire quarter pipe. But another thing that you guys can see is that my deck is actually not flat on top or way too far down here. My deck is right in that middle ground where I'm staying dipped in between the ramp and on top of the ramp. And like I said, this is the key point. This is where you guys want to be. This right here is what a perfect lip slide looks like. Alrighty, so now we talked about how to do a lip slide and where to do a lip slide. I think the only thing left to do is actually go do a few.